So one thing that is always that's Tyler Creator has always been known for is the build up to his albums, right? From the music videos to like everything to it, bro. Like the marketing, that's what he's always been good at, bro. Right? The marketing for this album was absolute trash, in my personal opinion. It was so out of nowhere. There was no hype built up to it.
Yeah.
And it released a week after the teaser, bro. Like, give us like 4 weeks to digest this, bro.
You needed to marinate.
Yes, bro. Because okay, this is my biggest problem with the album, right? Is that Tyler the Creator's always had themes to his albums, okay?
Mm-hmm.
He's always had like, okay, you look at Goblin, right? Even if you think Goblin's good or not, it had a theme to it, right? The only album that didn't have a theme to it was Cherry Bomb, and guess what? Cherry Bomb sucks.
Mm-hmm.
It's not good.
It is a bad album.
Like, yeah, there's some good like things to it, right? But it sucks for the most part. It's not good, right?
Yeah.
But like, you had Wolf, you had a theme to it. You had Flower Boy, you had a theme to it. Igor had a theme to it.
Mm-hmm.
Call Me If You Lost had a theme to it. This album was so random, bro. It's like the music video wanted you to think this is gonna be some like dark, like black and white story. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
With like newer sounds.
Yeah.
And then the first song, don't get me wrong, like the intro to the album was beautiful, right? It was beautiful.
Okay. I liked Igor's theme more than that.
Oh yeah. Igor's theme was amazing. All right. Basically what I'm saying is that it was a good intro, right?
It was a good start.
And then you go from that to like a Cherry Bomb sounding beat.
It did.
Like, which once again, there's nothing wrong with the songs of the album. They just don't. None of them fit together.
No.
They don't fit together. You listen to Call Me If You Get Lost. There's like a lot of like flute in there, like
Yeah.
there's like just like that sound. You know what I mean? You get this vibe from the album.
With Igor, a lot of it was
Yeah, like a lot of synths,
a lot of high pitched voices.
a lot of synths and stuff, and like
synths,
and like the drums, like 808s and
a lot
stuff.
of soul.
Yeah.
With this album, it's like, why am I hearing Glorilla and Sexy Red?
Yeah, on an album that's supposed to be serious.
Yeah.
Dude, and I was talking to my friend about this. This is my personal opinion, and I'm a little biased because of how much I like Kendrick Lamar, right?
Mm-hmm.
But ever since the release of his last album, I've been so biased against artists and the way they release their albums because I think the way Kendrick released his album was absolutely amazing.
What was what he did?
Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. And the reason I say that, and let me explain to you why it's such a good album release. So as you would know, Kendrick was gone for like a long time, right?
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't around for a while. You know, everyone's asking, when's the album going to come out? It's like the same thing with Frank Ocean right now. It's like, when is the album going to come out? Because it's been freaking years, you know? And in this time, he's had a cousin that's just randomly blown up, Baby Keem, which you'd be surprised how many people did not know they were cousins, which is crazy. But they come out of nowhere and release this song, Family Ties, which was a huge hit, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it was also just a good song, right? It had a good music video. And in the music video, his lyrics meant something. He basically was hinting on, I'm coming back, right?
Mm-hmm.
And slowly and steady, he just built more like just those small things. He added more hype to it, you know? He started to just show up more in public, you know what I mean? He started to tweet stuff randomly that no one really understood, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just randomly. And he did the same thing Tyler did and released a song out of nowhere. But the song, once again, obviously had more of a meaning to it. It was the one that had like all the stupid deep fakes that he had on his face.
Yeah.
The Heart Part 5. That song is amazing.
There's a lot of like teaser to the album.
Yeah.
But this song we had like a snippet.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This was a whole entire song, and it was a song with meaning and felt something, right? And then just like that, we got Miss Around the Big Steppers, right? After 6 years of waiting. And it was a huge deal. Because, like, you know, whatever. And not just that. The music videos meant something. The lyrics meant something. And I think Chromacopia, in my personal opinion, people can disagree. I feel like Tyler listened to that album from Kendrick and was like, I want to make something like that, and just couldn't do it.
I don't quite agree with that, but like I will say this. The advertisement for it was like, here's a snippet. Okay, here's the album. Like it felt so like hasty to. Like,
Yeah, and with the Call Me If You Get Lost, you had like 4 music videos that came out before.
Yeah.
And then you had like he was showing up to like other artists like stuff and everything.
Compared to everything else, it just seems like. All right, here you go. Here's a little snippet.
Hold on, get a little closer.
Okay.
Yeah. I know what you mean. No, the reason why I say I compared to Kendrick's album is that in the parts.
That's the way you release an album.
Yeah, well, it's not just that. Okay, like look at his newest album, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you listened to like the whole album yet.
I did.
There's obviously some songs that are supposed to have a deeper meaning to them.
Yeah.
And they're supposed to mean something more than they are. And I think for the most part, they weren't bad. But you go from that to a song with Sexy Red, Lil Wayne, and
Sticky.
yeah, like
it sounds so. It doesn't sound
it's
very cat.
no, the
it's
album
naturally
is paced so badly.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you go from this very like I said, the intro. You go from this very like almost like this is the beginning of something, right?
Really orchestra.
Yeah, and then you go to that to this cherry bomb sounding beat to like what Lil Yachty did with his last album.
Yeah.
And then you go back to like that weird sound.
Yeah, I honestly think where you said it sounded more like it sounded like like an attempt at like trying to use like what Lil Yachty did.
I think it was an attempt at both. I think he wanted to show that he can make real like art, but it just didn't go well.
He already has done that.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying is I think he overthought of like what he was supposed to make.
Like Flower Boy to Igor to Call Me If You Get Lost.
They were all great albums.
All that is like greatly made.
Yeah, they were all great albums with great marketing, with great music videos, with great features.
The entire point of like Igor was this great love triangle.
Yeah, and it was also
very well.
Igor also felt like a beginning of something like
different
that was generational, in my opinion.
Yeah, then Call Me Get Lost
it was like an addition to it. It was like, okay,
yeah,
he's serious. You know what I mean?
But with this, it just like
my biggest pet peeve, right, is that you listen to the album and then you look at the album cover. They just don't fit.
Yeah, it does.
The album cover looks like it's like part of something like you ever seen like a poster for like a horror movie in the 50s?
It looks like that. I was expecting something a bit more like just like Psych-esque, but like
yeah, and it just doesn't fit. The song Paranoid fits, or the Noid, or whatever it's called. I think even the intro fits, and I think maybe like a few other, but like okay, the song Balloon, the one that sounds like all jolly and crap, bro.
Yeah.
Like you can't. Let me play it real quick. You cannot tell me that.
I have it pulled up right now.
Okay, play it. Play Balloon. You cannot tell me that fits the album cover.
No.
It doesn't at all. And that's what I'm saying. The album reminds me too much of Cherry Bomb, but it doesn't have life to it. That's my biggest issue.
Mm-hmm.
Cherry Bomb at least had life to it. Cherry Bomb was weird. It was random. It had a crap ton of features, but the features weren't bad. They were random. They weren't the only features that were like, okay, he obviously was trying to make a big hit was the one with Lil Wayne and Kanye on it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Besides that, all the features were just because he wanted them on the song and he wanted to make something weird. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Dude, this album just feels like it just feels badly paced. It feels like he's trying to prove something when there's nothing to prove. But that's another thing. His whole thing was that, oh, I wasn't going to have like major features on this album, which he technically did. But at the same time, it's like, dude, no one is telling you cannot make a good single. You've done it before.
People weren't forcing Kanye when like Beautiful came out to like not have any
dude, just make the album with people that fit the music. Do not try to convince me that Sexy Red and Glorilla fit this album.
Hold on, let me pull up.
Lil Wayne maybe. Like
okay.
Tizo was in the album. I thought that fit pretty well.
Okay, so this is Judge Judy. This is right before Sticky. Like a very
like Call Me If You Get Lost kind of vibe.
Like this, it's good. I like
this
song. But then why?
It's just paced so bad.
Like it's just like why am I hearing this right after?
Yeah, no. Okay, that's the other thing. Is that okay? For the most part, this album really isn't bad. To be fair, we are comparing it to like 3 great albums in a row.
I will say it's a very mid album.
It's just mid, and maybe it has to grow on me.
I would give it like.
Like I said, I will say the one song that a lot of people don't like that I actually like is Noid. I really do like that song. I like the music video, and I like listen to that full blast on headphones. You know what I mean? You kind of know. You kind of get like a. You know what it actually reminds me of? It reminds me of like Kanye in his Yeezus era. That's what it reminded me of when he was kind of like making like these beats that were just kind of like different, to what he usually does. But that was the thing with Yeezus is that Yeezus has some really good songs on it, but it's also just so like weirdly paced, I mean, I'm not okay. I think My Beautiful Dark Fantasy is better than Igor, but Igor is like Tyler's My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy.
I don't agree with that.
What is his My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy?
No, I can agree with
No, I'm not saying, I'm not comparing them. No, what, do you like Igor more?
I think Igor's better.
I mean, no, I can see why you get that. I personally think My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy is better in the sense of just everything that goes with it too. Like, I think the reason it was so good was not just because of the time it came out, but also everything that goes along with it. Like, I do agree the second half of My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy started to, like, kind of fall off, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And that the beginning was way better. I mean, the fact that we had, like, what's that song called with Rick Ross? Devil in a New Dress. Devil in a New Dress, like, and Power and Runaway, like, all in, like, the 3 songs in a row, which is insane. Dude, but, like, that's what I'm saying, though. Like, all those, but, like, the album is great, right?
But, like, you can say the same thing for Igor.
Yeah, I'm saying I like My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy more than Igor,
Yeah.
but I still love. But when I say it's his like My Beautiful Dark Twisted
It's
Fantasy.
his creative peak.
Yeah, I'm saying like it's like what the fans consider for the most part his peak in the sense of like creativity and art, right?
Yeah.
And I think right now this album is like my personal opinion the equivalent to like what you would call Yeezus, where it's just kind of like it's not bad and it has some good parts of it, but it's just so weirdly paced. I don't hate Yeezus. I think there's some great albums on there. I mean, songs on there, but it's not like my favorite Kanye
Yeah, it's
album.
nothing to like think about.
Yeah, my favorite. What's your favorite Kanye album?
Honestly, probably. I forgot. There's like, well, which is the one with I'm blanking. It's the one with Jesus Walks in it.
Jesus Walks?
No, that's the.
Oh no, Jesus Walks. Graduation, not graduation. College Dropout.
Yeah, College Dropout.
Yeah, College Dropout's my favorite album easily, bro. Dude, listen to that thing from beginning to the end. It's amazing. My personal opinion.
My Beautiful might be second.
No, my second's Late Registration.
Fair.
And then My Beautiful, and then fourth Graduation.
Oh, there's just a lot.
You know what album I don't like?
What?
The Life of Pablo or whatever.
You don't have to.
It's not good.
I don't really like Life of Pablo either.
It's not good. It's so overrated. There's like 3 songs there that I think are good. Saint Pablo is really good. I know that song is 30 Hours is good until he just starts rambling about bullshit. And then I think that's it.
The first few seconds of like Father Stretch My Hands are really good, but then Kanye immediately opens up with the dumbest thing I've ever heard in music. And immediately kills the vibe in like 1 second, bro.
Yeah.
I just found this model. It immediately just makes me want to turn off.
Oh God, you're just like, okay.
You just ruined this.
Yeah, no,
beat, bro.
Don't you know an album that I actually really liked on release just because the hype around it was Donda, but then like after like one more listen or like maybe 2 more, I was like,
Like,
maybe I don't like this. But Unreal, dude, I don't care what anyone says. The build up to that album was actually amazing.
listen,
Like everyone
yeah.
for like a month was like, when is this thing gonna come out? Like we legit got a whole like listening party in a stadium just for like half the songs to not even be on the album, which is crazy. Like there was a whole Jay-Z verse that's just never gonna be released again.
Yeah. Listen, in my opinion, the greatest Kanye song, probably like in my opinion, a top 10 song ever is "Runaway."
Runaway.
Yeah, I think it's the best
Yeah.
Kanye song. I think it's one.
I
Of the best
don't think
songs
it's his best
ever
song,
made.
no.
Personally, it's just like so beautiful.
My favorite song from that
All
when
Blaze.
I think is beautiful is
All Blaze.
Diamonds from Sierra Leone. It a remix one, the one with Jay-Z on it.
That one's good, but
That song is, dude, when I tell you, that song is amazing.
listen, when you work that 7 to 5 I talked about, that Runaway be hitting, bro.
Nah, bro.
Just like as I clock out,
Hell yeah.
it hits different, bro.
What's your favorite Kendrick? Do you listen to Kendrick like that or no?
I used to.
What's your favorite album from him?
Butterfly.
To Pimp a Butterfly? Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. My favorite will always be Good Kid, Mad City, no matter what.
That's fair. Sure.
Either that or Section 80. I love Section 80 so much.
Ooh.
I fucking love that album. I don't know why.
All right.
I love how, like, what's the word?
Mm-hmm.
It sounds like very, I don't like the word, but raw. Like, it sounds like,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Like, it sounds,
I get what you're talking
like,
about.
he still sounds like he's, like, kind of shit, but he's not. I don't even want to explain it, bro. Like, he's still, like, early development to his music.
Feels like something you're saying like live.
Yeah. Like,
No, it's still going.
like, it sounds like his voice isn't there yet. If that even makes sense. Like his,
They like that about it.
Yeah, that's what I like about it. I think Section 8 is really good. I also like the vibe around it.
All right, well, that's gonna have to end it for today.
Yep.
So,
Goodbye, everyone. I hope you get AIDS. I'm just.
the audio was done by Lainey.
Yeah.
I think the